Hi all, I'm Melissa and welcome to Oh My Word Melly. So today's video is going to be the stay-at-home book tag, and the original creator of this is the Princess of Paperbacks, and I will leave a link to her original tag video in my description box down below. So do check it out and show that video some love. So I thought, as most of us around the world are still going through lockdowns and quarantining and all sorts of issues due to the spread of the pandemic, and most of the lives have been affected due to it and other various reasons or issues that are happening over the world, and most of us are stuck at home. We can't go anywhere due to the lockdown, especially in Sri Lanka. This is like the third or fourth lockdown. I don't know, I have just lost count of how many times we get out of lockdown and into lockdown back again. So I thought this tag is so appropriate because most of us are stuck at home doing these activities to spend the time along with working from home. So I thought this tag will be such a fun thing to do. So without further ado, let's jump right in. Lying in bed, a book you could or have read in a day. So yes, I love reading on bed, like it's so comfy and cozy, and I have read so many books within a day. Like just last week I had this long weekend and I ended up reading a book a day, and it was like such a wonderful reading weekend for me. Like I had other work to do too, and I did those as well, but I just devoured those books. So one such book is Malibu Rising by Taylor Jenkins Reid. It was released in 2021 and I had no idea that it would be so amazing. It's not something that I would have picked on my own to read. So the only reason that I started reading Malibu Rising, or I got into reading it, it was because I joined this buddy reading trains. I just couldn't help myself. I just devoured it. Like page after page was just amazing. I loved it so much. Like highly recommended. Y'all should read it. Yeah, like y'all should read everything Taylor Jenkins Reid has written. Another book I devoured in a day was Credence by Penelope Douglas. Do check out trigger warnings. It's definitely for 18 plus readers. Like I would even say 25 plus readers for some reason. It was spicy, it was hot, and I was like, oh my god, reading it. I was hooked, like, oh wow, so flustering, but it was so cool. The next prompt is snacking, a guilty pleasure book. So for me, a guilty pleasure is always going to be 50 Shades of Grey by E.L. James. I love this trilogy as well as the three books with the perspective from Christian's perspective. Love them so much. Like I know a lot of people have mixed feelings about this. Some just point blank don't like it, but I just love it. This is my go-to reread. I think I have read this series close to 20-30 times. I can devour this book, like really. I don't know, it just brings me so much of comfort reading this, and I just love it. So this is my guilty pleasure book. The next prompt is Netflix, series you want to start reading. I don't have a Netflix account or a subscription account like that, but I do watch a lot of like I do stream a lot of series online or just download them and watch. So when it comes to books, I have a few popular series, no offense to anyone, that I haven't started yet. Like nada, not touched a book even from that series. So out of all those series, a series that I really want to read is the Ember in the Ashes series by Sabaa Tahir, as well as a Folk of Air trilogy by Holly Black. I just love how those books look, the plots of the books as well, and I still haven't got around to reading them. I really want to read them. Like, they are in my list for a series that I want to read before this year ends, and I'm not sure if I'll accomplish that or reach that goal, but yes, those are series that I really want to read. Deep Clean, a book that has been on your TBR for so long or for ages. Well, A Coat of Thorns and Roses has always been in my TBR since it was released, but I never got to reading that as well. Like, I'm intimidated by it. Like, I don't know if I like the hype of it, like people just going crazy about it, and like I'm scared of the hype, and that's one reason it's there in my TBR for a long time. As well as The Book Thief by Marcus Zuzak, because people love it. Don't get me wrong, a lot of people love it. I'm pretty sure I'll love it too, but for some reason I'm not feeling that pull, that calling for that book. So I had never picked it up, but like, yes, somehow I should read it. The next prompt is Animal Crossing, a book you recently bought because of the hype. Well, I have a lot of books that I bought because of the hype and still haven't read. We'll see. I have Circe by Madeline Miller. I have The Song of Achilles by Madeline Miller. I have Law by Alexandra Bracken. I have Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. Like, do I need to keep going on? Productivity, a book you learned from or had an impact on you. So for me, it's going to be one of the ARCs I was so eager to get, that I read last week, and which is a book that will be released or published only in February 2022. This is one book you'll have to wait for and like get it as soon as it's released next year, and that is You Truly Assumed by Laila Sabreen. It's about three Muslim girls, how their lives change after a terror attack in the US. Like, it resonated a lot with me just because race and religion, they were targeted, so it was just spot on. It was a really beautiful read. So I won't tell more about this because my review for it is coming next week. So don't forget to subscribe to my channel and click on the little bell icon so that you will be notified when new videos are released, as well as y'all don't want to miss out my next week's video. The next prompt is Facetime, a book you were gifted. I don't get gifted books. Like, I gift myself books, but I don't get books as gifts, and I prefer that I buy the books I want, because I'm not sure what others would buy for me, or that they would know what books I like. If you all want to buy me a book, I'll give you all my wish list, or y'all can see my TBR list in Goodreads. My links are in the bio. But I have been gifted books only once, and that's also Twilight by Stephanie Meyer. My second sister gifted me the entire set and love it. That's another one of my guilty reads. I have read that since 2009. I have been reading it and I just love everything. I read Midnight Sun last year and it's one of my 5-star reads, and like, amazing. I gift myself a lot of books, like, I don't need a reason like, oh, I'm in a good mood, I'll gift myself a book. Yeah, hey, come here, book depository. The next prompt is self-care. What is one thing that you have done recently to look after yourself? So lockdown and this pandemic has really given me the time to get to know myself and put myself first and do things that I love doing, like starting booktube, like reading a lot of books. So self-care wise, I also have started exercising on and off. I'm not saying I'm constantly doing it, but on and off I do exercise, and I do follow a video by Lucy Wyndham Reid, which is a 7 minutes, 7-day work out for weight loss and things like that, I do see differences slowly, but consistency is key, which I lack with work and reading. But that's something that I have taken up during lockdown. Guys, we have finished the 8 prompts, but this tag also has a bonus question. So, name a book coming out soon. So the reason for this bonus question is, with the pandemic and with the lockdown, it has been difficult for authors to advertise their book, to boost their book, and to go on book tours. So we should help other authors as well. So one book that I know is being released next week is Once Upon a Broken Heart by Stephanie Garber. I actually have a few reads that I'm looking forward to, which I can't remember, but I'll just leave some pictures all over here for y'all to see as well. And I will also leave all the links to Goodreads or even Book Depository links in the description down below for all the books that I have mentioned throughout each of the prompts. So that's it, guys, with this tag. I absolutely love this tag, and to relate to things that I do on a daily basis and to recommend books based on what I do on a daily basis. Now that's something I really like. I hope y'all enjoy the recommendations. If y'all have read any of these books, or if y'all have these on the TBR, definitely go check them out, and also let me know if there are any other books you would like me to read, because I'm open for suggestions and I can't wait to get reading them. And like I said, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and click on the notification bell so that you won't miss out any of my other videos. And if you enjoyed this video, do give it a thumbs up. And with that, it's time for me to wrap up this video. So until I see you in my next video, bye and stay safe from Oh My Word Melly.